Good evening, Mr. Norris. It's sweet, mate, don't worry. I don't think it matters till the stream goes. Have they filled the seats? Have they filled the seats? Oh, wow. Yeah. Same guy. This is just the old account, but I thought I was logged into my Rapid Causer account when I asked for Twitch access. However, he's logged me in on this account, so I'm not gonna fucking log out and log back in on the other account. I can't be arsed. I'll stay on this one for now. But I'm in the pre-game lobby and the stream is live. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to round 6 of your Division 1 Championship on the Rapid Racing League. Rapid Causer, and I'll be joined by Mr. Lando Norris. Will be back with us again for another action-packed night of content. Once I can spit my bloody words out. Should be a good one, Edsel, and it normally is a good league race here. I have a trusty Red Bull ready for the evening. Bosh. Just log into Facebook so I can get a post on there. Copy. Thank you. So, let's see what's going on. Yeah, okay. find the championship standings for you guys in as Division 1 looks going into round 6. Let me just have a little look about for you guys. Yeah, I'm because the stream's live. I didn't want to jump about. I thought I'd ping you in. Yeah, he messaged me. As you've said that, I've literally just opened his Discord message. I've literally just tapped on it and I was like, oh, who's this? Oh, it's Cheese. Hi, Cheese. Yeah, that's what I've done. Yeah. Might even be able to say if you have the stream up, we can just give you the info. And I take it you're here to give us the rain info and the shit like that, like the yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. Uh-huh. So basically, I'm Crofty, Lando is Martin Brundle, and you're Ted Kravitz. you're literally the guy in the pit lane. Yeah. In that case, then I'm going to kick you out the party because Christian Horner's a fucking wankstain. I can't stand that piece of I fucking hate that piece of shit. He's a fucking dickhead. Honestly, I hate him. I hate him more than LA Rams fans.
I'm just gonna apologize beforehand if my kid comes walking in here screaming and hooting and hollering. Oh yeah, it's already
live.
Yeah,
we are live at the minute. We're just so anyone in the stream, we are just goofing about in the pre-game, but everyone is starting to ready up now.
And I'll go quiet then.
Your nan's wet has subbed with Prime.
What a simp.
Muchas gracias. Sí! That's enough. Right, qualifying 1. Woohoo! Me and Lando. Nick, you've just got your sue, mate. I hope you're happy with it. Husky's in the chat as well. I can see him there. Not in the chat, he's in the stream. Good evening to you, Mr. Husky. I hope you are well. Good luck to you in tonight's Grand Prix. I hope it was satisfactory for you, Mr. Nick.
Hoping that the McLarens have a better showing this week than they had last week, but it does look like we're down a few drivers tonight. One of the McLarens is missing.
Yep, there's a Haas missing of Banan. Who else are we missing here? I think we're missing an Alpine and a Williams.
Yeah, it looks like Alpine, Williams, Haas, and McLaren are all missing one of their drivers, but we do have 2 cars already heading out onto the track.
Yep.
So this qualifying session is going to be a little different because there is only 16 drivers. Only one driver is going to get eliminated in this session. So everybody could really just go out and said one amazing lap and kind of call it and just see where it goes from there.
Goes on your confidence, really. It depends how confident you are if you are confident, you can just probably risk putting in one lap and not having to push too hard, depending on how confident you are. I would probably wait to let everyone else get their laps in, and then probably go and do a lap right in the middle of the session. And just sit and wait. But I am going to run the guys in the stream through our Div 1 standings as it stands. So, going in, we've got Kimi Räikkönen, who leads Kitch by 14 points going into tonight's Grand Prix. And then there's a substantial gap of 23 points down to Mr. Peach, who's third in this in the standings. Husky is P4 in the standings on 46 points. And then you've got Protolustrum and Daz down on 42 and 41 in your top. That's your top 6. So, interesting at the moment. Kimi can afford not to win this race and still have the lead of the championship as long as he still manages to make a podium. But I mean, he's obviously going to be pushing to get himself right up there regardless. So we'll hop on board with Mr. Peach in the Alpine. See how he gets on. Just get rid of that subscriber menu there. We don't need that lingering around. So, Orlando, who's in the stream with us, was in the practice. What kind of pace were the guys having in the practice session?
Well, in the practice session, everybody was I was really surprised, and it was nice to hear coming from some of the leagues that I've raced in the past. It was really nice to be in a full hour session with 12 drivers in a party that were all willing to give their setups up to the other drivers, everybody trying to figure out what worked best for them around here. I'll have to say I was a little surprised at the pace just alone in the practice session. Some of us were running 127 flats all the way up to about 128 flats. There was about a 1 second split between everybody that was doing their qualifying times at the end of the session. So I'm not going to lie, I'm expecting to see 126s here in Q3 if it stays dry the whole time. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw the likes of Kimi or Kitch or Daz up there doing 126.5, as Daz already puts up a 27.1, which Daz did do a 27 flat himself in that practice session. So I'm going to go ahead and just say it now. We'll have at least probably 5 drivers in this lobby that go sub 27 by Q3. May even do it by Q2 depending on what tire they're going to be on, but a lot of drivers saying that the optimum strategy they're looking to run here with no safety cars is going to be mediums to soft. If there is a safety car thrown in, they're probably looking at doing a 2-stop or possibly going to the hards depending on when that safety car comes out. But we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out for now.
Definitely. I mean, I'm expecting, going off last season's race that I saw here and what I saw, I'm probably expecting that. I think there will be a field spread happen around here. I think that's just going to be something. Obviously, as you've said, some guys who've got that serious pace, and then some of the guys who are half a second to a second a lap off.
But it also worked a little weird on my end that the setups that everybody is running, but that to bother that are uncalled. And the problem is a setup that has such a wing compared to what rear wing, like Frank, it's Dad 9 or 5.9, which is a huge spread on your wing, especially in these cars nowadays. Yeah. On that we really in these cars that they've redone the tire, and basically if you white curbing did an issue with that and back they're setting a clean lap. So there were 6 of us in that practice session for sub 127.5, so everybody was between 27.0 and 27.5. It was a good session, plenty of players doing setup work, a lot of different talk going on about what they expect from this race, so I think this is really going to be a banger.
Yeah, I mean, even I'm on the screen watching Silverstone season, very fun. Tyre wear here isn't massively high compared to like your Middle Eastern tracks or your Singapores and stuff. So you can kind of push a bit. Like, I mean, it's a bit like Austria, isn't it? Tyre wear there wasn't too high.
Yeah, that's another thing that they're having problems with. So during the session, I actually went out on a race load on a set of mediums, and after about 6 laps, that your left front tire is worn very disproportionately to the rest of the car. You have, so like mine, after 10 laps, I had a wear of 24% on the left front. My right front was at 18, and my rears were at 10. So this is really going to be a racetrack with the setups that these guys are running, because I was running Daz's setup at the time, and a lot of guys have chosen to use Daz's setup or an offshoot of Daz's setup. Everybody here is going to be dealing with that left front tire wear. It wouldn't surprise me in race conditions if these guys are following another car closely for too long, that they're going to start dealing with tire temperature issues as well, getting the carcass of the tire too hot, making it to where they're actually having to back off and cool that tire down and then trying to push again. We saw both Mercedes cars blow their left front tire at this track this year. So it wouldn't surprise me to see guys today dealing with tire issues.
I think you might see a few guys opt for hard compound tyres as well here. Especially if, as you've said, that was over 6 laps. You're hitting a quarter wear. I mean, on the softs.
10 laps. 10 laps.
30, 40, yeah.
10 laps.
You could be at 30, 40% on the softs, maybe.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit different on the softs though, because a lot of guys are going to run those at the end of the race. Your fuel load's going to be lighter.
You're going to be looking at a lot, and you're going to be looking at people trying to get that long run out the way first. Let's have a look. Oh, someone who's just spun. Yeah, looks like Chewbacca's spun it. He's just got out the way. Protolusum's going to be the last driver on track who hasn't set a time yet.
Yeah, and watch out for Chewbacca, because he was one of those drivers that was a sub 27.5 in practice session alone. So I'm expecting him to go 26 something.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very excited for this Grand Prix. Very excited.
Check your Facebook.
I have not. Let's have a look. Roger, Roger. I watched Star Wars Episode 2 last night, so all I've got is clones in my head going, Roger, Roger.
Some of these guys, it does look like they're actually looking at their tire wear stuff. Because let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 drivers that have actually done 3 or more laps on their tires before going back to the pit lane. So
yeah, it's Toddy's done 4, Chewbacca's done 3, and Cheese has also done 2. Rapid Morris did 3 as well, yeah.
So
interesting one.
So we've got Daz, Kitch, and Morris. The 3 of those drivers in the top 5 have decided that their laps are good enough. They are retired from the session, and they're going to wait for Q2. See how the rest of these guys go. We have exactly, why can I not see how much time is left in the session? There we go. We have just under 7 minutes left in the session. And thankfully, both of us as commentators joined at the same time before the lobby actually started, so we have the correct time. Thank you, Codemasters.
Yeah, I'm hoping it shouldn't. Oh, God. Yeah, I was driving in FRL on Friday, and some guy had literally joined with like 2 minutes to go. It took him 12 minutes. It took him the next 12 minutes of us telling him to retire, of him just setting laps. I was like, please, just go off the horse time. Stop letting guys sit in this lobby for as long as they want doing laps. Well, yeah.
Will say though, while
Cody's...
it's a little quiet on track right now, that really appreciate all the viewership we've been getting here lately. I was checking in on our stuff last week. Actually, just earlier this week, we had over 100, almost, it was like almost 200 views on the last round here for Div 1. So really appreciate everybody that's showing up week in, week out to watch our races. We really do this because we love it. Even us two here in the commentary booth, we'd much rather be down on the track racing, but somebody's got to bring this great content. We say,
I completely agree.
For?
I'm happy on this side of the glass at the minute. I'm not gonna. The last 3 league Grand Prix I've raced in, I've first lap DNF'd. At the minute, I don't really like racing. I did win the Euro Aussie Battle though in Div 3, so I'll take that.
Well, currently I see that you're riding on board with Max Wolves. He's actually only a 10th off right now in the Sector 2 time of our current leader, Daz, according to my Delta that I just saw for him. So he's coming down into the final chicane. He's going to come out of the really tricky chicane, too, because you get out onto that curb and it just unsettles the car a little bit. 7th. That's a good lap. That's a very good lap.
2.5 tenths up.
Yeah, and
hop on board with next.
And look at that. The top 8 are all 127.6 sub. So we're going to see quite a few of these guys going sub 27.
Yeah. You might be seeing people trying to squeeze. People might be trying to squeeze a third run in Q3 if the field spread's so tight. You know, it's going to be within fractions of tenths that are going to separate you being front row to. I mean, even if you take the 127.5s out, you're looking at a tenth and a half that could see you taking pole to then starting P5.
Yep, Mr. Neon goes 9th in the Aston Martin.
Let's see how Cheese is getting on. Where is he? He's in Sector 1.
Yeah, and Cheese is actually a driver that's in our party too, so we'll be hearing from him throughout the night.
Yeah, Connor's backed out, so let's just see how Cheesy Boy's getting on.
Yeah, I really kind of feel bad commentating on his lap while he's doing one because he's in the party with us, but you know what? That's his own fault.
Just go for it. Just do it. Just do it.
He does normally watch the stream.
Heading toward cops. He's able to take it in 8th gear. Is he going to wash out wide? Yes, he does. He gets the right side just over that white line.
I'm trying to show off for you.
Bono.
So
Bono is in the house.
One of the things that we were noticing in practice is going into cops on a qualifying lap, you can go through it in 8th gear, but the rear end of the car does get a little unsettled, which causes you to have to turn left a little, which will cause you to run wide. A lot of drivers, you'll see tonight, are using the technique of going into that corner and keeping their foot flat on the throttle, but they are downshifting into 7th gear to keep the revs a lot higher to try to stabilize the rear end of the car. So Cheese is going into the pit lane. He's going to he's going to be cutting it really close. I don't think he's going to be able to get out and put another lap in.
I don't really. I mean, Toddy's going out. Is he going out on the? He's going out on the scrub set again. 4 lap old softs. Just for Vorno in the chat, how about you suck my hoop?
Hey Vorno, I'll suck your hoop when you can show up and race, but not before then.
Oh, I'm surprised his missus has actually let him come and get involved. 2!
There goes Toddy across the line. He just went 10 seconds slower than his previous lap of a 27.7. But still, again, he's down in 13th place with his Haas car, but it's not like he's far off from being inside the top 10. It's only a 10th that separates.
Oh, nearly. Does nearly drop it in. Is that turn 5? Near enough the exit of 5, is it?
Yeah, whatever that is.
I think it's 4. It's like 4. Reese Silver says, sing us. I am not singing tonight. There is no chance.
I'm not. What are you going to PayPal me?
What are you going to PayPal me and I'll sing? Yeah, from now on, yeah. Reese, you have to PayPal me and Lando for us to sing.
I mean, you gotta tell me what genre you want, though. You want, like, because I'm American, so you want country music, or do you want, like...
Yes!
Or you want, like, rock or metal, or what?
I'm a big country fan.
Well, I hope it's older
Bluegrass.
country and not this
You want
new
some
crap.
bluegrass? That's
Nah,
what you want.
Some
my granddad,
bluegrass? Yeah, you want me to be bass or tenor?
my granddad was a huge Jim Reeves fan.
A huge who?
Jim Reeves.
Oh, okay.
But obviously before his dementia kicked in and he forgot the words and stuff. But yeah, he liked that. Varno said he'll send dick pics if we sing.
I don't accept dick pics. Toe pics, yes, but not dick pics. My wife gets mad at those.
Does she not get jealous that they're all bigger than yours?
Oh no! You can ask my wife. None of y'all are gonna come close.
I don't even want.
Are we all that far ahead of you? Or?
hey, look here, motherfucker! You're just supposed to be an in-race.
I'm supposed to be quiet in the corner. Yeah.
You can mute yourself right now.
Okay, Daddy.
So our solitary eliminated driver is no, it's Connor. Connor is the guy who is out. Yeah, I mean, as you were saying though, Lando. I mean, 8.5 tenths across 15 cars.
Yeah, I mean, the field spread's really low because you can see Daz runs a 127.1, and then the lowest guy, which I can't.
Kimi took it 8 thousandths behind Kimi.
Yeah, and let's not forget Kitch is right there too, and those three were really going at it last week. Daz had a huge falling out in the middle of that race. I'm not 100% sure as to what happened with him, but I mean, it was all to play for last week, and there were 3 of them there, ready and willing to win that race last week. So,
100%.
I'm looking forward to some more amazing racing today between the 3 of them, and I think that you can see that the field spread is not that big. You can DRS train around this track. So we might have a repeat of last week.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule out Peach either. I mean, and the other guy I really want to see him do especially well today, after being on Chicago. The lad had so much pace and consistency last week. I'd love to see him echo it here, and even look at a penalty or a really good finish because he's clearly got pace. It's just executing it in that Grand Prix to get the points. I believe last week he took 10 points, which is P5? Yeah, P5. Hopefully it's P4 or podium this week for Mr. Drago.
Actually getting some big lag with the stream right now, I'm noticing.
Is that on the actual stream itself, or is it just
Yeah. No, I think it's the stream itself. It's gotten very pixelated all of a sudden.
May need to be restarted. Let me just have a little tweak about.
What's your bitrate set at?
It's quite low. It's about 2,000 at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, it was weird. It was fine, and all submissions, and now it's going way downhill.
What's it like now? I mean, I'm watching it. I'm watching it on mine. It's not too bad.
I actually need to jump up and open my window real quick. You wanna know why?
Farted.
It's getting hot in here. That's why. There's your singing. You owe me 20. You owe me toe picks, Mono.
I've got an infected toe. I'll happily send you a toe pic.
Fuck off. Do the letters FO mean anything to you?
No.
Yeah, we may have to restart the stream.
Yeah,
hold on, let me refresh mine real quick on.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Twitch now. It doesn't seem too bad. It's only when it changes.
Getting a fucking ad. Go figure.
Yep, I've just literally done exactly the same thing, and I've got this fucking weird reality TV bollocks.
I've got this Durnos Dacia Duster on my screen. Get that shit out of here. Okay, yeah, no, on my screen now that I've refreshed.
What about a toaster?
Everything looks good.
Good.
That's what that Jeep looking piece of crap looked like, not gonna lie, mate. Riding
So
on
what,
board
so-
though with Protolostrum, I guess that's how you say that.
Yeah, that's how I believe so.
So he's come out of arena, now heading, excuse me, on down towards Brooklands. Or no, excuse me, he's just come out of Cops. I'm behind, my bad. I was looking at the stream instead of my screen. Coming up to Cops now. He's able to take it flat. Looks very good and clean through there. Car looks very stable. I've got to turn my telemetry back on so I can see exactly what he's doing. He's on the medium tire as he goes through Maggots and Beckett's, gets a good run onto the hanger straight, was able to carry 6th gear all the way through there. Very good stability in that car, especially for being on the medium tire. Down to 5th gear, punches it back into the throttle, up to 6th gear, right onto the curbing there on the exit. See how he does here through Club and Vale. Very good onto the front straightaway. He's going to go 127.9. That's not bad at all. And Daz actually went out and qualified a decent lap on the
Let's
softs.
get the tyres up, yeah. Let's see the tyres. Daz is going for a soft start.
Yeah. Well, he did a 127.4, and he did a 127.0 in the session previous, so he might be able to beat that lap on his mediums. I think if there's any driver in this lobby that could do it, Daz would do it.
I mean, he did a 10. What is it? He did a 103.7 or a 103.8 on the mediums in Austria. So I really would not put it past him to come out and beat that. I think he might have tried to lure a few drivers into a soft tyre run. Which Daz probably looking to bounce back on not the best of races last week, and obviously claw some points back. I'm very sure that he'll be trying to play maybe a little bit of mind games early on in this season.
Rapid Cheese has actually decided that. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's still sitting in the pit lane, but Rapid Morris.
Chewbacca's on the soft.
Yeah, Chewbacca also qualifying on the softs, but that's a slow time compared to what I know Chewbacca can run. Chewbacca was running 27.3s easily in that practice session we were in, so I think he's doing a banker and he's going to go back out and beat that lap as well. But we've got Rapid Morris in the Ferrari. He's about to start his lap right now. He's coming out of club as we speak onto the front straightaway.
It looks like Chewbacca's going again here. Yeah, Chewbacca's just about to go through Vale, and then on club to finish the lap. See what he can do. He's done a 27.9, which will put him P5.
I still say that Chewbacca could probably beat that lap time as well on his mediums. Because Chewbacca was a whole half a second faster than that in a practice session. We got to remember that this track evolves so much from session to session. So now that we're in Q2, all the guys that were on softs in the last session and were doing 27.1s, 2s, and 3s, they could easily be doing 26.8s, 9s, and 27 flats. So I really think a lot of these guys are trying to play mind games.
I think you're definitely going to be looking at Daz, Kitch, Peach. I mean, those fast call. I think they could even be looking at a 26.5, 26.6 by the time it comes to the base end of Q3.
Yeah, looking at your Nan's wet now. This is his first race back since I think he actually had a suspension last week. He was not allowed to compete last week for some reason. I think it may have had something to do with him not marking his attendance in the chat, which don't even get me started on that. But here he is. He's on the medium tire. Your Nan's wet is a good driver. He has lots of pace. He's getting the slipstream off the Alpine in front of him, going slow down the hanger straight as he comes up into Stowe. Really not using all the racetrack there, in my opinion, but it does look like this is going to be a decent lap. He's coming through club now. See what he puts as he crosses the line. Goes through the final right-hander in 6th gear, short shifting rather heavily.
Nice lap.
27.9 puts him in 7th on mediums, so that's a decent lap. And look at Kimi Räikkönen behind him, a 127.9 for Kimi as well, but Kimi's done 3 laps on his mediums. What's going on here? Mr. Peach has done 2 laps on his mediums.
Oh, that's going to be... yep, that's luckily to keep that all tyres on that car. That is very lucky.
How did he keep all the tires on that Ferrari?
I have no idea. It was a big tank slapper out. Oh, where is he there? That's out of Luffield, isn't it? Yeah, he's out of Luffield. And, yeah.
Onto the Hamilton straight. Yeah. And let's not forget, they named that last year in honor of Lewis Hamilton and his 7 championships. So, I mean, a lot of people gave it a lot of hate, but I mean, we can't lie that Lewis Hamilton's one of the greats. Yeah, everybody can complain that he's in the greatest car that's ever raced around Formula 1 circuits.
To be a world champion, normally you do end up in the best car.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Easiest way to win a championship: get the best car and employ the best driver. Easiest way to win.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, my thing is, I'm not a Lewis fan. Obviously, from my gamer tag, you can tell I'm a diehard Lando fan. Wasn't a fan of Lewis at all throughout his career. Not that I don't like him or dislike him or anything like that. He's just not my guy. But we cannot take away from the accolades that man has. He deserves more than a straightaway named after him. He just changed the name of Silverstone to Hamilton. I don't care.
I mean, you look. There's not a lot of people who are overly Michael Schumacher fans, but how many people call him one of the greatest drivers of all time?
And Michael was. We can't, even
Michael
with
was brilliant.
He did, with
the things he did with Ferrari, the way he took that team and built them to where they needed to be.
Yeah, and then he did the same with Mercedes. He came in at the beginning of Mercedes. He wasn't fast then. You could definitely tell Michael wasn't at the top of his game anymore, but he knew what a car needed that was subpar to get it above par and start hitting birdies at every track. And Michael did that for Mercedes.
Absolutely.
There's my golf analogy for the day. I'll bring you one each race. That's the one you get.
Class. So there is Daz really going back out
right now.
Daz is going out on those softs. Connor says people really not wanting to start on those softs. I can't see it. Kitcher said I'm done. He's easily going to be into Q3 with that time. I don't know whether Daz is not burning the battery off here.
And Daz is also on softs again.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether he's actually just going to sling this back into the pit lane and see if he can lure anyone else back out onto softs. I know Toddy's put the softs on. Wolves has selected their softs in the garage, but obviously hasn't left. Obviously he's getting ready in case he needs to go. I wonder whether this is just a little psych-out plan, because he's going to have to be quick if he wants to get the mediums on.
And he didn't turn right. So he's going to put a lap in again here. And he's on the same set of tires. So
let's see what he can do.
Really wondering what this is going on.
Let's just see what he can do.
Follow on board with him this lap. Got a yellow in sector 1 for a slow Haas. Is that Haas stopped? Okay, it was Toddy.
It was just getting out of the way. Yeah. Actually, no. This lap from Daz does not look fast at all from what I've just seen. Let's have a look at the Delta. Well,
he is
10th
faster.
up.
Yeah, he's a 10th and a half
It does not look fast, but he's a 10th and a half. Shut up, Ryan. You know nothing. God, no wonder you're in commentary.
Well, he comes out of Woodcote. He's on to the Hamilton straight, down into Copse. He doesn't downshift. He runs wide, though. A lot of guys have learned. No, it's not invalidated. A lot of guys have learned that you can go way wide at Copse and not receive a penalty for going all the way out there. And a lot of guys are exploiting that in today's race. Yep. You can also do the same at the corner he's coming up to now, which is Stowe at the end of the Hanger Straight. If you just put the right sides onto the curbing on the left, it will invalidate you. But if you go all the way over the curbing, it won't. A lot of guys are exploiting these track limits this week, which is what some people will say that's not fair because they're not staying on the racetrack, but that's Formula 1 drivers being Formula 1 drivers. Taking the track limits to the limits.
Just
He's gone 27.
He invalidated his current lap. He did a 27.3, but as he's gone across the line, he's invalidated it. He's literally invalidated it on the line.
I think he's done that on purpose, though, because you could see in his input in the wheel, he wasn't really trying to make the corner. But at the same time, he's going to end up starting this race on now what will be by the time he gets back to the pit lane. 4-lap-old soft compound tires. Is he going to look to two-stop this race or do a really short stint on softs and go to hards?
Kimi and Max Wolves are going out on softs.
They're
literally leaving the garage now. Yeah, they're leaving the garage. Oh, this is interesting.
I don't understand this strategy at all.
No, I don't. Unless people are all playing mind games to try and lure drivers out. But if you're P4 and P5, you are pretty much nailed on to being Q3. Why would you even go out and just, that's an extra flying lap on them in Q3 if you needed it.
Yeah.
I would have set up shop, but I mean, a 27.5 on the mediums from Kimi. That's easily going to be enough. I mean, Morris also softs. Honestly, I'd rather start on the medium here than the soft.
Yeah, Morris just put that lap time in as well. He just came across the line to do that 127.5. So I'm really shocked to see this many drivers inside the top 10 going for this tire. I mean, they might just be running. So it's weird because, in normal standards, the mediums to soft is technically the alternate strategy, but in today's times with how these cars run now and how well they keep their tires, the soft to medium run has basically become the alternate strategy because so many people run the medium to soft strategy. So are these guys now thinking to go on an opposite strategy of what everybody else in the field is thinking? That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, definitely going to be an interesting one. It really, I mean, for me, even if it is the ultimate, just stick to what you know. Don't try and fix what isn't broken. But it depends. Some guys here might prefer to get that fast pace out the way, or they're factoring a safety car maybe towards the middle of the race rather than at the start.
Well, Kimi's actually just purpled Sector 1, so let's see what he does through Sector 2. He's getting a great tow, honestly, from that. Is that a Williams in front of him? Yeah, he's got Max in front of him, giving him a tow.
Yeah.
That Williams is breaking the air apart in front of this Alfa Romeo as he comes into Copse. And he stays within track limits, had a little lift through Copse. Oh, we got yellows. Oh, okay, they're both slowing down. They know that they've made it through. So that was the plan. They went out on this tire just to make sure that they'd be able to get into Q3, but now they've both backed out of the lap. But Rapid Toddy, he's going to start on the softs. Morris and Daz. Because now it's showing Daz in P1 with a 27.0. His lap time...
That's on the scrubbed softs as well.
Yeah, 5-lap old softs. So he just went and did another lap.
I'm sure he's got to be two-stopping.
I almost want to invite Daz into this party and ask him what
just
the
ask,
fuck
what
he is doing.
Well, I'm going to let Lando give you a quick rundown before we jump into Q3 because I'm going to absolutely urinate my pants.
All right, right on. Well, looks like this is going to be our Q2 group ending here, heading into Q3. So you got Daz with a really weird strategy going on here in Q2. You can see him on your screen now. He's done 5 laps on these soft compound tires. By the time he gets back to the pit lane, it's going to be 6 laps. Those tires are going to be dead in like 4 laps on race fuel. So I'm really confused as to what is going on here. But Daz puts it on pole, he gets into Q3 with the fastest time of a 27 flat. Mr. Peach in the Alpine on mediums in second. Kitch on mediums in third. Toddy in the Haas is on softs starting this race in fourth, heading into Q3. Rapid Morris doing the same on softs, heading into Q3 from P5. Raikkonen leads up the majority of the medium runners. He's heading in with a 127.5. Max Wolves in the Williams gets through as well. Mr. Neon in the Aston Martin and the McLaren of Rapid Cyber Husky gets through. And Protelusrum, I guess is how you say that weird name, he's getting through to Q3 as well on the medium tire. So we've got 3 guys in this top 10 shootout that have to start on soft compound tires.
Yeah.
One of them with some highly worn tires. And while you were gone, Ryan, I was saying to everybody in the stream that by the time he got that car back to pit lane now, that car now has 6 laps on those tires. Those tires are going to be dead after like 4 laps come race day.
Unless Daz knows something that we clearly don't. Which is something that's going to remain to be seen.
I don't know, to be honest. I think I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think Daz just had a major brain fart.
I don't know. The amount of times we see Daz in Grand Prix mode, I'm sure he's going to be running loads of different things to psych people out here. I think he's really going to have a weird strategy, and I think it might pay off. I definitely think that whatever strategy it is definitely what we could probably class as a gamble.
Yeah, and I'd probably have to agree with that statement. I mean, me as a driver who's done plenty of races at this racetrack, I don't understand why you would put that many laps on that tire. Because to be honest, that tire already will not last long around this racetrack due to it being a left front heavy racetrack.
The other thing I'm wondering is, I'm going to shout this out loud. So we're looking at 27 laps here. Is there the possibility that Daz will maybe do 1 or 2 laps on those tyres and box? And do maybe 2 sets of 13 lap stints on the medium and go medium?
He could, but then
because now he's got an
track,
extra set of medium tyres.
Doing that.
It depends. If he knows he's got a lot of pace on those tyres.
Yeah, but now it depends on, is he going for the win today or is he going for top 5 finish? Because at this point, if he's going to run that strategy, I feel like all he needs to aim for is top 5 finish. Yeah. If something better than that comes, then so be it. But, I mean, I have never seen anybody run that many laps on the softs just so that way they could get pole in Q2. Yeah. You know,
I agree.
I just don't fathom it, really. I don't.
It's ultimate mind games. Pajala is in the house. Whoop, whoop. Morning, lads. Just 3 more sleeps until the ultimate social race is a go-go. That'll be talking about the Div Vision 1 battle, where me and Pajala will be in the commentary box. That is Sunday. Tune in from 10 AM on this channel. Saturday, same time, I believe, is the Division 2 battle, where Vorno and Noodles, I believe, are your commentators. So if you're not racing, it's a weekend. Yeah, we know you probably won't be at work, so don't try and say you are, because nobody works Saturdays and Sundays. And get yourselves in. Obviously, just get yourselves in. You've got nothing to do in the morning before you set your day up. Have some breakfast and watch some Australian versus Europe content.
Oh, Europe's going to win. That's an easy W.
I think, well, yeah, I mean, once you get the Division 3 champ into the first battle and he sets the standard, Europe are doing it. And I'm only saying this because Pajala's here. I'm just trying to wind him up. But no, it should be a good one. Obviously, all 3 races are going to be staged in Cirque du Paul Ricard in France. All in France.
Yeah, right now I'm following along with Mr. Peach. Unfortunately, Rapid Cyber Husky was our first driver to start a flying lap, but he unfortunately invalidated. Following along with Mr. Peach, he purpled Sector 1 and Sector 2, but then quickly had it taken by the Red Bull behind him. So Daz is on a flyer here, but let's see what Peach does, because Peach is a contender to win this race. He goes 126.9, so we have our first sub 127, but here comes Daz. He's going to go 2 tenths faster.
Jesus Christ. I want to see what Mr. Kitch is doing. Kitch is about to go into a lap now. Obviously, through the qualifying sessions, obviously for the guys in the stream, I'm letting Lando basically give us the insights. Obviously, as A very well-seasoned driver, a very fast driver. Obviously, he can take us through what these guys who run similar strategies, similar pace to Lando are running. And obviously for the race, you know, I'll get us going, and that's when he's going to be my eyes and ears as we try and get through this probably going to be a very, very highly anticipated Grand Prix.
I'm going to say this, Mr. Neon in the Aston Martin, he just came through and said a 127.4. That lap, I was riding on board with him for that entire lap. That could have been a 126.7 or a 126.8. He really had a big moment in Sector 1 and then purpled Sector 2. That was the line he just took through Copse and Maggots and Beckett's was the fastest line I have seen anybody take today, and it was such an acute angle on his exit. A lot of guys are washing out on the exit of Beckett's onto the hangar straight all the way over that curbing. He never left the curbing on the left-hand side of the track, trying to attack that angle as much as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Neon comes in, throws on another set of softs, and goes 3 to 4 tenths faster than that lap time he just set.
Yeah.
But Kitch is on a lap here.
27.1.
Not gonna lie, I expected more out of Kitch.
I think there's more pace in that.
Yeah,
I really do.
Wholeheartedly do. Now, Kitch in our practice lobby earlier was not the fastest driver. It was Daz. But Kitch was still at that 127.1, 127.0 mark. So he is right about where we thought he might be. But to see Daz almost half a second faster for his first lap in Q3 is a big surprise, because these two are the big title contenders along with Kimi. So we'll really see what's going on here. I'm waiting for Kimi.
Absolutely.
Kimi actually has already set a 127.4. What is going? Oh my! I'm having such a mind fuck right now, dude. Q2 was all weird with the tire strategy, and now we've got these guys out here running.
I don't know what's going on.
Fuck! I'm gonna need a Tylenol. Fuck!
Just get the red stag out.
I couldn't find any.
2.
All my American brethren were like, "Yes, we love Jim Beam too," and they took it all before I got there. Fucking bastards.
Think how I feel. I asked my mate to go to this place, right, that sells pretty much any beer or any lager that isn't English, right, for stuff for the Super Bowl, and he comes back with Budweiser. Like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Beer.
Like,
what a
I was
shit
like,
beer.
oh, luckily I took a bottle of Jack Daniels, so I was kind of saved.
Oh, dude, I look, as a wholehearted American, I will tell you right now that yes, I am transplanted into Germany, but you will never catch me putting a Budweiser against my lips. That is deer piss, and we as Americans do not tolerate deer piss anymore. We have Bud Light now, damn it.
Oh, I don't like Bud Light. I really don't like that at all. He said he was going to get Coors, which, I mean, to be fair, I prefer Coors to Bud.
No. I can tell you got English
sorry,
taste buds.
No, I just don't.
Well, here comes Cyber Husky. It looks like he's about to set his first timed lap of this session. See how he does. Up to 6 with a 27.1. Oh, and whose tire is that? Rapid Morris has crashed out. His tire is sitting in the middle of the front straightaway. I just saw that. What has happened there? He must have lost it on the exit of Club and was chasing the car all the way through to the exit onto the front straightaway and just Grosjeaned it right into the pit wall.
Just Grosjeaned it. In that case, then, my friend also said that the third American beer choice that he could have got was Miller.
Toddy's off! He's in the wall!
He is. He hasn't damaged the car, though.
Yeah, it was a really light tap, but he had the same problem at the same corner. So at Vale and Club, that series of corners, in race pace, it's not a challenging corner. But in qualifying pace, you have to push that braking zone so late that the car becomes so unsettled as you turn into the left that as you turn into the right, you're catching the car on exit. And then if you wash out and touch the curbing on the left as you turn into the final corner onto the pit straight, you are going to wash out so bad. It's so hard to chase the car. It's not surprising me at all that we've now seen 2 drivers have an issue in Q3 at that series of chicanes.
So let's see who's out on track.
Cyber Husky's going again.
Daz is on a lap as well, because Peach is now 8,000ths of a second off Daz. Whilst all that's gone on,
and Peach is invalidated as too.
Yeah. But he did get the lap in before, which just tucked him right behind Daz.
I wonder if these guys are running heavy fuel to run multiple laps here.
Yeah. Daz has also put his final set of softs on. So I'm wondering whether this is going to be a very light fuel load from Daz. I'm presuming he's just going to go the once and absolutely.
Oh, no, he's off. He got way too much curbing there. Yep, he's going to have to stop that one.
Yeah, he's lost all that time. But he's got plenty of time to charge the battery, just rolling it down the curb, get that battery nice and charged up. 78, 80% should be well enough to get a flying lap in on with the hot lap mode on. And I don't think he's going to take too much.
He's actually got somebody right behind him. Who does he have right behind him going into club? Oh, it's Mr. Neon. Neon starting his lap. Move.
It's starting to rain as well. I've just seen drops. Yep, it's starting to rain.
Yeah, it is raining. It is raining. That's why they're all on heavy fuel. They were trying to get multiple laps in. So are we going to have a rain race now? Is that why they didn't? Is that why Daz didn't care that he did 5 laps on his fucking...
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, and Peach is out.
You know what it's like?
Peach is out. I think Peach crashed out. No, he's in the pit lane. Forgive me.
Yeah, Daz is purpled sector 1.
In the rain, he's purpled sector 1. Let's see how he does through Brooklands. Now coming out.
Oh, he's got really lots of understeer there. The car's trying to climb into that gravel trap.
He's taking plenty of track there, though, heading down 2 cops. Let's see if he takes a gear. Stays in 8th, even with the track getting wet now. His car looks... Ooh, little bit of sliding understeer there through Maggots. Looks pretty clean through Beckett's. He's still going to touch the grass there, though. I did notice in this game they did not add that extra curbing there on the exit of Beckett's like they did in real life here at Silverstone.
Damn it.
See, as he comes down to Vale, coming into Club Corner now. Battery is empty as of now. He's going to cross the line, and he doesn't improve.
I think he's
all full. So what does Kitch do?
He's 24 thousandths down.
On his lap time.
Car getting it's really...
Oh, the track's getting too wet now.
It's getting greasy, yeah. It's starting to get greasy.
Let's see, is there a... There's no spray coming off the back of that car, so he still should have plenty of grip. Yeah, he's still carrying 8th gear through that corner.
Keeps it inbounds as well.
You can see somebody had it off and brought a bunch of gravel onto the racetrack.
Yep.
Oh, he's a lot cleaner through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, no, he lost it. All right, well, what about Max Wolves? What can he do? Oh, he's invalidated as well. That's going to be the qualifying order.
Yep, that's it. We're all done.
Oh, God. Hey,
no, the armrest on my chair's broke. Shit.
Jeez, is it a rain race? Okay, I'm just trying to get in touch with our driver, Rapid Cheese, who's currently in our party. He's going to be staying in our party with us throughout this race, so that way he can give us updates. We can speak to him when needed. I'm trying to get in contact with him right now. I want to know if this is going to be a rain race, and he was just being a dick and not telling us that it was going to be a rain race. It really kind of sucks that Codemasters didn't input some sort of a weather forecast feature for us as commentators to use. It'd be really nice if in next year's game they add that. Please, please, please add that, so that way us spectators who are doing commentary on these amazing league races are not having to guess as to why the fastest driver in our league has currently done 5 laps on his damn soft tire in Q2. But now I think I know why. It might be a rain race. Everybody might be starting on inters. But Coming out of Q3, it is Daz on pole with Mr. Peach literally 0.008 of a second behind him. Cannot wait to see those two drivers going at it, but don't forget about Kitch in P3, and he's got McLaren alongside him on row 2. Row 3, we got both Williams. It's a Williams lockout on row 3. With both of those drivers, only 1/100th of a second separates them. And then we got Kimi Räikkönen in 7th place, Mr. Neon in 8th, Rapid Toddy in 9th, and Rapid Morris not setting a lap time because he crashed out of the session. But the field spread not that big through our top 10. Only about 0.6 separates them. So this should be a really, really good race.
Bear me a second, guys. I am, as we speak, currently fixing my gaming chair.
Okay, so as we can see in the chat, Cheese has said that no, it is a dry race according to the forecast. So now I am still up in arms. Daz, why in the did you run 5 laps on your soft tires?
Only Daz will know. God damn it!
Now that you're back, it's my turn to fuck off for a minute. I got a wee.
Yeah,
I gotta go to introduce Mr. Thick Dick to Mr. Urinal King.
I thought we established earlier you don't lie on stream.
I'm just saying, I want a new driver as our sit-in for next race.
I want to know what's going on in the background between you two as to how he knows all this information. Brokeback F1.
Oh. No, he did that American thing for us British. He used the one American word that's actually offensive to us.
Which is?
He said he called me a twat.
Oh God.
The insult is twat. It's only offensive because you're saying it wrong.
I prefer the C word.
Oh yes, but absolutely binary.
I'm not going to say it on stream because obviously it's a very, very, very powerful swear word, and I'm not going to use that.
Especially if you're not English.
I am going to say
or British, actually.
I am going to say cookie.
Cookie's a good C word.
Stop being an absolute cookie.
Biscuits.
Sweet Jesus. Pajala is still in the stream. Obviously, the man, the myth, the legend. Another big shout out to him. Catch us in the comments box on Sunday. And I tell you what, if he's out there, then I'm going to virtually happy slap all of you. Because I can. Because I can. I do what I want. I don't make the rules. Especially you, Cheese. You'll probably be. Are you racing on Sunday then, or?
No. Sundays are them a day off.
Woo! Wait, that's enough. You better be in the stream though.
Yeah, I can catch the stream. That's not a problem.
That's what I like to hear.
Insider driver tips. Would you like to know the difference between the two strategies, doing the soft to medium and medium to soft?
I'm really interested as to what Daz is going to do, because he's starting off 6-lap old softs.
Soft you can push forever around it. You can do, on a 100% race, you can do over half the race distance on a set of softs.
He's not going to have much give and go compared to the guys behind him, though.
Well, no, then it's all about tyre management, and it's about... If you can keep your tyre wear down, you'll get pace naturally that way over people.
It was just interesting that he already had first by 2/10, and then went back out on that set to improve his time to a 1:27.0. And it was like, well, you threw anyway.
I mean, I think. Yeah, you also remember as well on the softs as well. I mean, he's going to get a much better launch because those softs are going to warm up so quickly. Being a scrub set and all. And also every hot lap is only about 2% worth of tyre wear around here.
So are you going to be hopping in during pit stops and things like that then, or?
You can come to me whenever.
Super. Great stuff. That's what we could use.
Sort of thing. Ideally, have a look on the track map. I don't want you coming in as soon as I'm going through the Beckett's section.
To be fair, normally, because we are trialing this one with a driver in the party, what we'll do is I'll probably ask Lando to see where you are on track, to then where we can find where you're in a reasonable area to sort of maybe like, you know, Hanger Straight or the Hamilton Straight, you know, somewhere like that. Where
that's boring shit. I was gonna ask him while he was battling another driver through fucking stuff.
And they're side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. Cheese, what's going on?
Cheese, give us a race update. As you're racing Kitch, who's on much faster tires, and you're trying to hold him up, I want you to let me. Oh, you fucked it. You let Kitch by. Never mind. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Oh, and he's crashed.
And it's gone.
I think I might have to come up with some Kimi Räikkönen inspired comebacks.
Yes, just leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Yes, you don't have to tell me. Warm the full tires up all the time. Yes, I know what I'm doing.
Gloves and steering wheel. Someone tell him to give them to me.
Yeah, all I want to hear is Lando going.
When did Kimi become Asian?
All I want is Lando just to keep going. No, Cheese, you will not have the drink. You will not have the
drink.
Right.
No.
Ready
no,
is
Kimi.
a goal.
No, Kimi. You will not have the drink, Kimi. Yes, but is the switch on?
There is something dangling around by my feet. It is not what you think it is. I'd be proud if it is what you think it is, but there is something dangling by my feet.
Was that Robert Kubica when there was a fall in the car?
No, it was Seb Vettel. Seb testing.
I remember when it was 2010 when Renault had that yellow and black livery when someone had left his mobile phone near the brake pedal, and when he came into the pit lane, he had to reach down and grab it out. Someone had left the mobile phone in the cockpit.
I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah. If you Google it, someone did leave. They left the mobile phone. So we'll let you go warm your tyres up, Mr. Cheese, and there's no doubt we will be coming to you during the Grand Prix.
Now I will cut in.
Thank you very much. I'll speak to you guys in a bit.
Daz is on the mediums.
What the hell?
Everyone's on fresh tyres.
No, did you have it set up so it showed? Because it shows two different things in the quali thing.
My graphic shows
it showed us at the end of the session that he was on softs.
Yeah.
It showed us that a bunch of people in the top 5 were on softs.
Yeah, but it doesn't show what they set their fastest lap on though.
Hang on, no, it rained in Q3. Does that not fucking cancel it out and let everyone start on tyres?
No, it does not. No.
Then I am very, very intrigued because on the actual car he's got mediums. On the car,
the car it has mediums, and it's got Kitch, Husky, Toddy. Toddy, I remember he qualified on softs, and he's still on softs down at P9. Same with Morris, they both did softs.
So in the quali mode, what it would tell you when you got the tyre data up, it would tell you what they're currently on, not what they've set their fastest time on.
No, mate, but at the end of the session, it said on both our screens, I will look back on the stream and fucking send it to you, they were on softs. I may be American, but I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, but it also everyone's tyre wear at the minute is 0 laps, so everybody's on fresh compounds.
I
am so confused right now.
As am I. I want to know
the cars
what's
actually have the
here.
tyres on. I'm debating whether it was because it was wet quali.
Nah, it's nothing to do with that.
No. Quali won't change it. You could have all of qualifying wet and everybody on enters and everything up until
hang on, doesn't
the end of Q2.
I don't know. Doesn't it reset to 0 at the start of the round? Oh, I don't know.
It usually does.
Anyway.
It resets the R counter to 0.
I am
their wear is gone.
Get ready to take you guys away. Lando, if you want to hop somewhere in the middle of the pack to see what's going on through the first 4 corners. So here we go. Silverstone, round 6. 5 lights are on. And it's lights out and away we go. Daz gets a very good launch, but so does Peach to stay with him. Everybody seems to get away relatively clear. Seems like a very good start. Mr. Peach trying to keep up. Husky's leaped Kimi by the looks of it. Yep. He's up the inside
something
of
has happened. Something has happened in the far back. The Alfa Romeo of your Nan's Wet was spun out on the left side of the track in the grass.
He's left the session. I wonder whether it's A disconnect?
Nah, he spun out at the start. He had too much wheel spin. I was right behind him.
That's not good.
Right on. You included your audio in the stream, right, Cheese?
He doesn't have to if he doesn't want. If he doesn't, I mean, it's up to him.
He kind of needs to, or else him being in the party's pointless.
Yeah,
I'm be talking to nobody.
Sorry, I'm gonna talk and then not talk. It's concentrated.
Yeah, Yunan's meant to join back in. I'll quickly put.
And now he's left the session again.
I wonder who's having a few bugs. I think someone put something in the chat. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's lagging out. He put in the chat at 37 minutes past. He keeps lagging out of the session. Let's just try and get position. Where's position change on this bloody thing? There it is.
It's under detail.
Yeah, so Kimmy's up 3 places. Vanity's also up 3 places. But nothing substantial in the terms of position changing.
Yeah, the only really substantial one is the other Alfa Romeo of Yernan being down in dead last. He's lost 5 positions there. But this is what we expect from Kimmy, though, because Kimmy's not the greatest qualifier, but his racecraft is bar none one of the best in the league.
The graphics just come up for a 1-stop on Daz when I've just gone to stops. And it says his predicted stop strategy is soft to medium. So I'm wondering whether it has just glitched out for us.
Do you know what? I wonder what'll happen if I leave the session and come back. Will I be able to see what I'm supposed to be seeing right now?
Worth trying, just to see.
Bloody hell! All right, send me an invite. I'm gonna try this real quick.
Try and get you an invite, yeah. I will.
Because I know that he's supposed to be on softs. There's no bloody way he should be running mediums right now.
Nah, I mean, literally the top 8. The top 8 were on mediums.
Yeah, and 4 of them should have been on softs. So I'm very confused as to what's happened here.
Let's just try and see. Let's try and keep. I'll leave the graphic off for tyres from now. Obviously, if it does come to that, you'll have to just run that. I mean, I can quickly hop out and hop back in, if needs be. If
I came back and I'm still seeing all of them on mediums.
So it must be a lobby thought of thing that's.
Yeah, something's happened where either we got it wrong in qualifying and they actually were on mediums, but something happened on our end where we couldn't see that, or now they're still on their weird soft compound run and we're not seeing it in the race. So
yeah, it's bugged out somewhere. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it once we speak to the drivers during the interview process, I guess.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we'll just have to enjoy the race. Peach and Daz.
Turn the spectator menu off.
Okay, da. Oh, Peach late on the brakes, going right up to that Red Bull.
yeah, Peach has a lot of pace here. If I were Peach, I would kind of just wait here behind Daz, follow Daz around. If they actually are all on mediums, Daz is fast enough, I would follow him in. Peach got a little bit of grass on that left front tire as he got a little out over the curbing before he turned into cops. Good thing he didn't understeer into cops. Kick's still right there with him. Kimmy has caught up to them.
Yeah.
Rapid Husky has fallen off the back of them, but McLaren's still showing good enough pace.
Yep, DRS open along the inside of the McLaren.
Easy move.
Up into store. Yeah, he's going to get that done. There's going to be no comeback for that one. Oh.
Yeah, move done. And Toddy moves
stepped
up
out
as well.
a little bit.
Oh, we got him fighting big back here behind Toddy.
Yeah. Look, there's a big train starting to form now. This is where Proto Lustrum, and then it's a gap of 2 seconds to Kimmy.
Look at Peach. Peach now right there on the gearbox of the Red Bull as they go into 3.
We are going to ride on board with that one now. We'll go into TV view. There's a yellow in Sector 1. That's Max, who's the wrong way around. I wonder whether he's just clipped the inside of somebody going over Abby.
Yeah, Mr. Peach not deploying down the straightaway, so it would seem to me that the Alpine driver is A-okay. No?
Maybe he's going to go through Hangar.
I think he's A-okay with just chilling behind Daz for now and saving his tires.
I wonder if this is where the Tigers just come in and he knows he's on those old softs and he's just going to sit there and wait. Save his battery. And then when
Oh,
he needs to
way
pull away.
wide there. A lot of understeer behind that rear wing of the Red Bull. Staying pretty close to him without deploying battery.
Kitch
Whereas Das
also
is using
playing
his
the
battery
game
on
as well.
every exit.
Yeah, Kitch also using that battery down to 60% now in the Mercedes. I think he's also just playing that long game. I wonder whether Kitch is a huge fan of Silverstone. I watched him in the esports stream for Rapids. He's raced here. Countless 5 lappers, and he normally, when it comes to the 5 lappers, he's quite untouchable around here. So, still would not rule out Kitch just sitting here and sitting pretty. I wonder whether he knows he might have more pace than Peach.
Yeah, there's a big difference between 5 lappers and a 26 lap race, though. I mean, I know plenty of guys who are rapid in 5 lappers, but when it comes to an actual race, they cannot hang on.
Me.
So, yeah, point in case.
I don't know. Oh, Neon has gone. He's retired in the pit lane, though. So there will be no safety car. Your Nan's Wet still having those connection issues. Yeah, does 75% battery. Peach again, still not really wanting to use it.
Kimmy's fallen off the back of the front 3 as well. I have noticed that. He is losing time to them. A lot of these drivers, though, underneath the rear wing of another car are having to downshift and have a big lift going into cops.
By the way, your Nan's Wet has said that Daz was on the mediums in Q2. As Peach is going up the inside into Stowe. Job done. Past the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, Daz is going to come back at him on the outside on the run down to Vale.
Oh, there's contact.
Does the Alpine have damage to that right front end fence from that touch?
No, it looks clean. He does. He has got a penalty as well, though.
Peach has picked one. Yep, he's picked up a 3-second time penalty.
I think that was coming through Maggots Beckett's through that area complex there. But this front 3 are literally bunched together.
Yeah, time penalties will more than likely become an issue in this race because it's so easy to pick up understeer at this racetrack. Even early in the run when you're underneath the rear wing of a car in front of you. So easy to pick up understeer and just get that little extra bit wide and take that penalty. So just actually looking back at Kitch now, Kitch actually seems like he is faster down the straightaways just by a hair, but he's really struggling for mechanical grip in the slower corners.
I wonder if that's down to less wing or maybe a looser suspension. Maybe trying to help with that tyre wear within a looser suspension, maybe.
I'll put it to you this way, in the and here comes Peach again. He's got another big run. He's going to have job done before they even make it down into Stowe.
Yep, how's the batteries up? 70, yeah, 70 and 60%. 70 at Peach, 60 at Daz. Daz going to come back. Not here, he's not.
So now the big question is, does Peach expel his battery and try to get away from Daz, as this is now going to be the first lap that Daz has had to spend behind a car in this race? Ooh, Daz getting just a little wide there, little scary there through 1 and 2. Get offline just a little bit there, and the rear end just says bye-bye. It doesn't want to follow the front end. Daz staying pretty close to Peach here. Let's see, he's not deploying the battery at all. Peach hasn't either. Both these guys really just playing the long game. Looks like they're more or less just the 3 of them trying to run away from the chasing pack behind.
Meanwhile, you've got Vanity on Chewbacca having to go around the outside. A little bit of contact. He's going to stay with him. Up the inside. Oh, Brooklands. Yep, job done. And he's in front of the Alpha Tauri. Let's hop back on board with this race for the lead. Cheese looking to get past his teammate, we can see. Gap is just coming under 2/10 now. That is a penalty for... Who's that who's just come up with a penalty?
Toddy, Rapid Toddy. Just picked up a 3-second for multiple track infringements.
Daz is not going to get past Peach here.
Oh, and here comes the AlphaTauri making a move on his sister car, and they got a slow Red Bull in front of them. This is going to be a 2-for-1. There's a lot of contact into Stowe.
Oh, it's all squiffy as Vanity's not looking good through there. Jeez, job done on 2 cars there. Now a 5-second gap as Husky picks up a penalty. He's got 5 seconds to get to Toddy, so I'm sure he's going to stretch out his legs here.
Yeah, now Cheese needs to stamp his authority down and tell his driver behind him what lap he is going to be pitting if this stays green, so that way he's not affected by the other sister car.
Going to be a hard job without his teammate in our party, though.
And Mr. Peach actually pulling away from Dash just a bit. He's gotten that out to 0.8 of a second before they turned off of that straightaway.
Now this is where it comes down to Kitch. Kitch has got 90% battery here. He's just sat and waited. I wonder whether he's hoping that these two are going to use their battery fighting each other. And he's just going to pick off the 2 guys one by one.
Yeah, but Kitch and Daz have basically the exact same amount of battery. And Mr. Peach sitting pretty. He's still got 63%.
It's good to see.
So he's not deploying a whole lot to try to run away from them.
Here we go. Daz, I think, is just too far back. He has purpled sector 2. Not going to be able to get the move done into Stowe. That's a
Daz picks up 1.
Yeah, he ran right over the inside of that curve. So let's see what's going to be happening. This now is looking very good for Kitch. Vanity also picking up a penalty now. As we look, I'm going to have a quick look at who's doing the fastest lap. So Peach is the only sub 30, 1 minute 30 lap time so far. Portalusum and Husky all actually have done faster lap times than Daz, Kitch and Kimmy. So interesting stuff. As I say, Kimmy's still 2 seconds off this front 3. But again, he is within. That would put him provisionally P2 as it stands. I know it's a long way to go still. 17, 18 laps. It's going to be still a long way to go. But
battle for 8th place is kicking off. The Red Bull of Vanity has come back up to the back of Rapid Cheese. Rapid Cheese not having to defend yet. The Red Bull was far enough behind. But as they go up to Stowe, but as they go up to Stowe, he might get there. He might get there.
He's gonna have to
Gotta get tasty in a sec, boys, isn't it?
Yeah, Rapid Cheese getting the insider information that the car behind him has no battery because he's in our party.
So I know he does it anyway because when I overtook him, that was how I knew it was alright to launch from so far back. So he had his battery warning light on already.
Yeah, he's gonna get nice and close, but not too far. Nice and easy. Let's have a little look.
Big battle for 4th as well. 4 cars within a second and a half of Kimi Räikkönen.
Let's, for the sake of Lando in the stream, we're going to ride on board with the papaya-coloured McLaren of Husky.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
Just for you, because he's right in the middle. Obviously, he's got the Haas behind him, and obviously 4th and 5th in his sights.
Yeah, look at the mechanical grip of the McLaren in the slow corners. He's able to get right. Oh, as he
gets on the grass. This is going to be prime position for Toddy now. Hop on board with the Haas now. Is he going to... No, he's not going to expel the battery. He's just going to keep sitting behind. A lot of drivers play sort of like a mental game of chess here on the game. You know, they're not going greedily for, big moves or burning battery. They're playing a long game here. I wonder whether we're going to be seeing a lot of this squabbling when the soft tyres come out at the end. Whether this is because obviously you've said the evolution of this track really does ramp up.
Well, yeah, and the top 6 drivers, I just went through the field to look at their telemetry. They all have over 50% battery, so they're all not really pushing to overtake the car in front of them. I think all of them pretty much have a plan made out of where they think they can finish this race if it stays green the whole way, and they're pretty much just sticking to that.
A lot of drivers picking up, so we've got 5 out of the top 10 on penalties.
Daz goes fastest with that lap of a 29.5, so Daz, your new fastest car on track.
Peach still staying with him though.
Yeah, and Kitch playing it really smart here. He's just hanging out about half a second off of whoever it is that's in P2.
Looking after his tyres a bit, yeah, it's just what I was about to say. Be looking after those tyres a bit more than these. He'll be getting a toy. What he'll be doing is he'll be using himself to get pulled along. Obviously, we will see. I don't really think Kitch wants to get involved with these two fighting. I think he also knows now if he can keep up and match the... If these two box, I'm sure he will box.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if the front two are actually fighting.
That's it.
I think they're actually working together. You can see that they're not fighting each other going into the braking zones or anything like that. They did it that one time. But I think that actually might have been just like a by mistake thing as Rapid Morris picks up a 3-second time penalty. But, you know, they're using each other right now. They're steadily pulling away from Kimi, giving themselves plenty of pit window. So, to me, I think that these front three are actually just doing their own thing, working together to get away from everybody else behind them.
I mean, obviously, they are going to have to go a long way. It's going to be about 33, 34 seconds here. In and out, obviously, through the pit lane. Cause is it the longest pit lane on the grid? I believe here. Because the entrance is huge, and then the exit is, obviously, it's a long way down.
No, it's also because the speed limit in it as well.
Yeah,
it feels so much longer.
Was it 37 here rather than 49?
Yeah, it's going to be some
37.
So keep an eye on when it comes to the pit window.
Yeah, as it stands, obviously, all these guys at the front are going to be P14 coming out. Obviously, hoping that guys can be mixing it in. Obviously, I know if these guys box the lap after, you should be seeing the other half box, in theory. So it should level back out.
In theory, Toddy and Chewbacca should probably be boxing this lap.
Of course, it's
coming up on lap 13. They're going to get off of that soft compound tire here pretty soon. These guys on mediums will probably stay out for a little while longer. There
is Connor, who is the wrong way around. Was it Connor? Somebody was.
Oh, yeah, it is Connor, and he's missing his front wing.
Yeah.
Being respectful, he's letting the Williams through there at Cops to not hold him up.
From him. Yeah, I mean, looking at the gap to leader, half a second to Peach. Cyber Husky picks up 3 seconds. Kitch a second, but then you're looking at 4, 5, 6, and then again there's a 6-second gap from Cheese to Toddy. So yeah, when I said field spread, I didn't think it'd be a field spread in blocks. It seems like there's obviously where the battles are and the challenge for positions. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see.
Got the first of the soft runners are in.
Yeah, that is Chewbacca in. Let's see what he's going to put on that car. Presumably mediums.
There's a bit of a gap between me and Vanity now because we had a bit of a bump at the hairpin.
Yeah.
Together, sort of thing. I think, in my opinion, he got a bit too aggressive. But that is my opinion. I mean, if he clips it and sends it to the stewards, if he disagrees, that's the right thing to do, and we'll let them decide.
The Mercedes has put the soft tyres on. Now he's seen the guys on the softs already. I mean, Cheese's teammate Chewbacca, obviously do a substantial chunk of this. Toddy's still out there.
He's already done.
Yeah.
They've already done half the distance on them.
That's it. Obviously, with the qualifying laps on top, he knows they'll go more than half the distance. So, obviously, Connor, hopefully we could see him climb up a bit further once the pit stop windows are all cleared with these medium guys out the way. But again...
Cyber Husky looks like he's beginning to become very impatient. You can see him moving around a lot on the straightaways. The Williams in front of him is getting the tow from Kimi Räikkönen, who's just in front of him. He's also getting the DRS, but I mean,
Kitch is boxed.
He keeps making mistakes on exit, allowing the McLaren to get right to him, but then he's just deploying all his battery and keeping the McLaren behind him. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the McLaren go off strategy to try to jump these guys.
I think Kitch is going undercut. He's put the softs on. I think he's going to absolutely send it here. He was within a second of Daz, theoretically. He was 9/10 away. I think you could be looking at an undercut from Kitch here.
I think if the two in front of him box this lap, it's still Kitch getting a lot of wheel spin there as he came up out of the pit lane. He almost went off. That was very close. But a second,
Can
At
he
this
make
track,
it up?
it's a maybe. It's a maybe. I think it'll be very, very close at pit exit. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to ride with Kitch if you want to keep up with the
Is
front
he in
two.
traffic or free air?
He's in free air,
he's got
so
7
I'm waiting
seconds
to see
of air.
what his sector times are.
Oh, Peach just rubbing it on the grass. He's down to 40% battery. Daz has got 20% battery.
So they're both deploying because they know that Kitch has tried the undercut.
Yep.
Waiting to
Daz
see what
is
Kitch
boxing.
does.
Peach is staying out. Peach is staying out.
So Peach is going for the overcut.
Yeah, he's going to try and prevent that. I mean...
Rapid Toddy's gone for an undercut as well on the McLaren in front of him, I think.
Yeah, he's trying to beat Husky here.
So Kitch just did 128 through, and he just set the new fastest sector too.
So I'm going to sit with Husky
Kitch
now.
On a flyer here.
Husky right behind Husky with it. Kimmy, sorry. So let's see what's going to happen. Daz pits.
Daz is moving down the pit lane, but Kitch is coming at him.
Here he
comes.
comes.
I think Daz has it. Daz has it. He's out in front.
He might get Peach now, though. He might get Peach.
He actually, I think Kitch lost time there somewhere because, I mean, he came out of the pit lane well behind. But Daz was well out in front of him. Daz now has over a second on him.
Yeah,
I think Kitch
1.2.
didn't. I don't think Kitch exploited enough of his battery to really make that overtake and that undercut work.
Some really interesting stuff. Nice to see, guys. Connor gets the fastest lap. As we are trying to just see where people can squabble for this. Obviously, Kitch has tried something new. He really has used a substantial amount of that battery as well, down to 38%.
But he started deploying that now that Daz came out in front of him. When he was on his outlap, he barely deployed any. He came into the pit lane with 70%, and he finished that lap with 50% still left in the bank. So I think Kitch has really played this wrong here. He could have had this, but to me, I don't think he pushed enough for it. And now that he's outside of the DRS, it looks like Daz is slowly pulling away from him. Daz now has a 1.5 second gap to him. Peach is still out running around. He's now gone 2 laps longer than them. That might pay off if he stays out even longer in the long run, but he is losing time now to these two drivers.
If he's got a lot of pace, I'm wondering if he's going to go about 18 or 19 maybe.
Kitch has lost 0.3 of a second just through that series of corners.
Yeah, Daz is going to be sending it, I believe. I am going to ride on board with the Red Bull driver now.
Daz isn't even using his battery because he came out of the pit lane with like 30% battery. Now he's up to 70%.
Yeah.
Well, now down to 60 now that he deployed a little bit, but...
Yeah, lap 16 is your default come-in for mediums.
Right, so we should be seeing manoeuvres here.
Yep.
So wait, you're telling me that they boxed early? Oh, here we go. Kimmy
and
Husky.
You're both in.
Yeah. And Cheese.
So they're obviously going to cycle out behind Daz and Kitch.
Yeah. I think Husky has just tried to do whatever Kimmy does.
I mean, I feel like Husky... I don't know, man.
This is going to be an interesting
They're all
end.
so close on pace. I would have done something different, whether it was a lap early or a lap late. Try something.
Absolutely.
Instead of just running around
hasn't
the party.
Hasn't Husky got less penalties? Looking at him.
Let's have a little look.
Husky's got more penalties, I'm pretty damn sure.
My screen's jumping all over the place with the penalties.
Yeah, Husky's got 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Toddy
Kimmy's
has
none.
6 seconds.
Kimmy hasn't got any.
He's got none.
Yeah. Again, though,
Husky comes out right in front of Toddy. Toddy challenging into the next corner. Toddy's going to have the inside line. Toddy's going to get the job done. And Toddy on the mediums. Husky might try to come back at him here. Husky's going to have plenty of battery to try, but the the Haas has the DRS.
So really, Kitch's best ploy now for the rest of this Grand Prix is to stay within 3 seconds of these two leaders. That could keep him in the contention. Peach has now decided to box, which should see him come out behind Protelusum. He's going to be right next to Kimi on the exit, from what I can work out.
The pit delta here is about 26 seconds. So he was 25 seconds ahead of Daz as he went in. So it's going to be very close. But Daz is pushing hard enough. I've been watching him here. He's really close to picking up another time penalty if he doesn't watch it.
Let's see where Peach is. As he's coming out now, I'm on board with the Alpine.
Oh, God. Daz is going to gap him.
Not easy.
Kitch is going to gap him, too.
That has not worked out well for the Alpine. Where is P3? So now, Kitch must stay within 3 seconds of Daz. Obviously, as you said...
But he's already outside of that. He's at 3 seconds now as it is.
As you say, though, with the penalties, with the way Daz is pushing, is he just going to sit now, or is he going to keep going? Is he going to push harder? Knowing that he can reserve that gap. This is...
I don't know. It's a gray area, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be one. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just one of them. If it does, it does. Definitely going to be an interesting one to keep your eye on.
Fight for P9.
Yeah, you and... oh, yeah, there is a big one.
Drago.
Drago. Morris is behind him as well. And Vanity.
What was it with Drago being stuck behind Alpha Tauris, eh?
He's not happy with it.
He was stuck behind you two Alpha Tauris last week, wasn't he?
Last week, yep. He was stuck behind me. Stuck behind me last week, and he's got two this week.
Oh, mate, I was cheering him on so hard. I was like, just dive bomb one of them. Do something. Stop being so safe. You could win this race. Just go for it.
Nah. You didn't see I had that car positioned in front, did you? We had an accident, but positioned it, so if we have an accident, it's his
battery.
fault.
Oh, that light is flashing
really
on
thought
the
about
Ferrari.
it.
Yeah, just didn't have that entry carry. He was looking into the chicane of Vale.
Oh, he's so close to the gearbox of the Alpha Tauri.
I'm getting a great view from Morris.
How much batteries does that Alpha Tauri have left? Ooh. Peach is catching Kitch, I will say that.
Yeah, we have a yellow in Sector 1. Who is that? That's Vanity. Vanity is the wrong way around. And he's decided to retire. He's retired the track. Oh.
Is that a penalty in this
lap
league
19.
to retire on track?
Yeah.
Just wondering.
That's...
Okay.
I don't know, but it should be a big no-no.
Well, I know in my league
car,
it's
right?
an automatic. It's an automatic penalty. Oh, he's on the Ferrari's on the outside at Brooklands. The Tauri ran wide. The Tauri going out trying to get the run. I think he's gonna get him. He's going to get him. He's deploying. Oh, he looked to the outside, and the Alpha Tauri moved over a little bit. It's going to be close.
It's going to continue. Oh, my God. Here we go. There could be...
Oh, they're going to go side by side. Oh.
Here we go. Stay with him. Backed out of it. Good driving there.
Come on, Chewie. Come on, Chewie.
Yeah, Mr. Peach is catching Kitch at a rate of knots. He's made up over a second on him that lap.
Yeah, he's within DRS of the Mercedes now.
He knows that he has to go, though, because he's got to get a 3-second gap between he and that Mercedes. And then hope that Daz picks up another. But he is within DRS now, like you said. So he's probably going to end up getting him this lap on the way down to the Stowe.
It's going to be Hanger straight, isn't it? Yeah. Maxwell's picks up another penalty. Let's have another little quick look at the penalty system. So 6 for... Oh, Daz has got 6.
So it's all to play for now.
This is where Kitch has just got to keep the pace here. 6 laps to go. He's got to be 0.2 a lap within Daz every lap now. Really, to keep himself in that boundary. Oh, that's a penalty for
Mr.
Peach as
picks up
well.
another one.
Oh, it's all in Kitch's court. Kitch has just got to keep...
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's not going to fight him.
That penalty is horse shit. That penalty is absolute horse shit. He went off and lost time there in the grass. Yeah. I mean, come on. He didn't pick up anything from that. No. All he did was hurt his tires out there. He didn't gain any time.
This is now game on Kitch. I'm gonna leave the penalties on for the rest of the race. Purely just down to the fact that it's the last few laps. If we have any issues with the stream or anything like that, if we have any timing glitches, we can accurately work out what's going on. The last 5 laps, I'll always leave penalties on just to let everything sort of keep itself
Drago
on.
got Chewbacca. Drago got him on the way down Hanger Straight.
He's coming for you, cheesy boy. He's coming for you. He's gonna
That's alright, Chewy's done me a favour. I've got 3 seconds. Those two fighting. I have to put away.
So that anyway, he's also got a 3-second penalty. So he's 8.5 behind you effectively.
Yeah, I think I'm on 2 warnings at the moment, so I need to be a little bit careful.
Well, we'll let you get on.
So I should just keep talking to you then, huh? I think with Rapid Cheese being in the perfect position of basically being out there by himself, now would be a perfect time to go down and ask a quick question at least. So the tires, how are your tires holding up right now? You've been on these tires for about 5 laps now?
5 laps. They are currently only on 16%, so they are doing absolutely fine. As long as they don't go over 40, they are absolutely fine around here.
Remember how he said, "Don't talk to me through maggots and Beckett's," and he was just talking to me through maggots and Beckett's, and he just ran a perfect line through there?
I'm just proving that some people can multitask.
Right on, but we'll let you get back to it as we look back up toward the front. Peach, 4.3 seconds off of Daz. He's not catching Daz, which really doesn't matter because they both have a 6-second time penalty. Kitch still sitting pretty to win this race, but he's got to get a little closer. I'm going to bring up the interval to the leader. He's 5.1 seconds behind Kitch.
He's 5.1 seconds behind Kitch.
Kitch is 5.1 seconds behind Daz.
How can he be behind himself?
Yeah. Piss off, mate.
Whoa, hey, oh, hey. He's sticking with Peach, though. I wonder whether he's hoping Peach is going to pull him along.
Drag him along.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for. He's sitting right on the 5-second window. So at the minute, everything's okay. What battery has Daz got? 11%. Kitch has got 11%. Peach has got 15%. DRS is going to be saving Kitch through these last few laps. Because it's going to suck him up to Peach.
Yeah, he's gaining about 0.3 of a second every time he hits that DRS button, opens that rear wing, allowing that extra airflow to go through the wing instead of going over it to make that extra drag, giving him that extra that extra straight line speed.
Absolutely.
So he's hovering right around 5.1 seconds. As long as he can maintain that, the Mercedes will win this race.
Yeah.
But unfortunate for Mercedes is that his
teammate
counterpart
is
is all the way down in 14, not scoring any points today. Can you do me a favor? How is the constructor's standings looking up right now?
I shall look now. Can I also quickly make one funny remark? I know that Mr. Varno is here, king of penalties, driver of McLaren. The other McLaren driver has the most penalties in this race. Keeping it in the team.
Rapid Racing League, we are consistent.
As the constructor stands, Alfa Romeo leads Mercedes by 20 points.
Yeah, and right now Mercedes is going to probably pick up 25 points solid, but
Kimi will get
only
10.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to level out.
No. Yeah, only one driver from each of those teams is going to score in this race unless something massive happens.
So that constructor's gap is going to half to 10 points. Well, 5 points maybe. 5 points? Yeah,
what about Red Bull? Where's Red Bull sitting at?
Red Bull sit P6 in the constructors with 44 points.
Okay, give me the Alpine. Where's the Alpine?
P4 with
Alpine's
58.
Gotta be, okay.
1 point behind Williams in P3 with 59.
I just want it known, some of those points are mine.
Take your points away. They are my points. I'm taking them with me. Yeah, so I mean the gap is literally just staying at 5 seconds here. Kitch just knows what he has to do.
He's only lost a tenth.
Yeah, he knows.
Kitch has only lost a 10th.
Is Daz saving battery at all? No, not really. Nah, they're all equal battery near enough. That's 17 to 22% range of battery.
Oh, if anything, I mean, if you're Daz, how do you play this? Because he's got 4.6 seconds to him. I mean,
one thing I'm going to mention is Yanan's way with him putting fastest laps in on those softs. Every driver in front of him has penalties. He could crawl this gap up, but he's going to have to be quick.
Well, he's already going to pick up 12th place from Morris. He's going to jump Morris, but there's no way he's getting Drago. Oh, and Max Wolves is just past Chewbacca now for P9. But Chewbacca with no penalties, he's going to end up jumping back up to 9th.
Yep. Cheese is going to get Husky and Toddy to get P6. As it stands. Well,
Daz is
0.7 off Husky at the moment.
No, not enough. Not enough to get Husky.
Daz is pulling away slightly from Kitch.
Let's have a look.
As they went down the hanger straight, he was 5. Well, as they went down the hanger straight, he was 5.6.
I'm going to leave the leader gap on now. We literally have 2 laps to go. It's 5.4. Is Daz pushing? No, that's the wrong. Daz has burned off a bit of that battery there. He's down to 7% battery.
Yeah, but he's using it strategically. He's not deploying heavily. He's
to get him out of the lower gears, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just using it through the 2 lower gears as he's exiting. You see, he goes 5, 6, 7. As soon as he takes 8th, he's going to shut it off, which is exactly what he does.
It's sort of like what the old curse system was being used for, because obviously they only had so much deployment a lap. But when they wanted it, rather than what mode it was in, they used to burn it to get him out of the high. They used it for acceleration purposes rather than the extra horse.
To me, which is what it's Formula 1 should go back to that. Get rid of this crap ERS system. The curse system was way more fun. Yes, you were limited to how much you could use per lap, but you didn't have to constantly worry that, okay, I'm going to use this much, but the car is going to use this much, even though I'm not wanting it to. You know, to me, I understand that we're wanting to push the boundaries and push forward in development and technologies, and F1 is great for that, but
Husky
the
gets
curse
him a
system
penalty.
was just a way better system.
This will help Cheese.
Oh, you're going to get Husky
Come
now,
on, Cheese! Come on, Cheese! Woo! 5.8 seconds is the gap from Kitch to Daz.
Daz needs to push. Daz needs to push here.
Kitch has got 26 battery though. Daz has got none. Kitch has got 30%. He's got a third of the tank. It's
5.9 now.
Oh my god,
it's 5.9 now. Daz is in clean air. Daz could totally do this. He's got 20% battery now as he goes through Brooklands. As he exits, he's going to go onto the Hamilton straight. He's going to deploy again all the way through 7th gear.
5.8. Oh my, this is going to be so close.
It's 5.9 now, hovering right there on the edge.
Kitch doing whatever he can.
Mr. Pete's really helping Kitch right now.
Yeah, he's starting to pull away from him here. 5.8. Through Maggots and Beckett's now. Here he goes.
Daz isn't going to have enough. He's out of battery. Unless Kitch makes a mistake through the final bit of this lap.
The gap is coming down. 5.6. It's going to be Kitch's Grand Prix. Wow.
Yeah, Kitch is reeling him in unless there's an issue. Hold on. Don't jump the gun. There could be an issue here. Kimi Raikkonen's just made a pass on the last lap on the Williams as well.
Daz across
all right, so Daz has finished.
That's it.
Let's see what Kitch does. Kitch has a perfect final sector.
Kitch has
That's going to be Kitch's win.
Wow. That is a fantastic finish. That is a fantastic... It's more of a strategical Grand Prix where we haven't seen too much of fighting and squabbling, but players just playing that long game.
Well, yeah, and speaking of the long game, look down at 4th, 5th. Those two came out inverted with the Williams about 2.5 seconds in front of Kimi Raikkonen. But Kimi was able to hold on to his tires and keep pushing, and he was able to run down the Williams and pass him on the final lap.
And, as I said, Mr. Cheese has managed to secure P6.
I know.
Fantastic.
Mr. Cheese, an extra penalty.
Fantastic.
And Mr. Cheese is going to be the driver of the day because he's made up the most positions out of anybody.
Yep.
Get in.
So we
2 weeks in a row, boys.
Get in there.
We are gonna bring in obviously our podium finishers. I'll take Peach if you want to take Daz, and then we'll hop on and get Kitch. We'll double team Kitch, if you pardon the pun.
Oh, you want DP him? Got it.
Let's get these boys in.
He's going to earn the right to wear that rusty sheriff's badge.
Peach. Where are the RRT boys? Daz and Kitch. Bosh. Let's bring these boys in for the interview process. Unbelievable
Right,
Grand
boys.
Prix from the boys.
Thank you very much for the
You're
stream
very welcome,
tonight, boys.
Cheese.
I am going to jump out and let you do your interviews.
Yeah, thank you very much for being
Good
there.
on, Cheese. Appreciate the in-race stuff.
That's not a problem. We'll have a chat afterwards.
Absolutely, mate. We'll all be lingering about like a bad fart somewhere.
Probably go kill each other on Gang Beasts.
Easy. So we will be starting with our P3 finisher. Being brutally honest, the way this race could have gone, any one of these three guys could have won this Grand Prix. But we'll start with Mr. Peach. It seemed like you had quite a bit more pace than the others going through that first phase of the Grand Prix. How was your strategy going? Were you fighting with Daz, or were you just sort of just seeing what was going to happen as it went on?
Well, I was trying to just do my best and see what I can do, but penalties obviously they don't like me on Silverstone. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
we said the 6 second that one that got you the 6 seconds. I think and a quote from Lando is that penalty was absolute horse shit. It seemed a bit harsh for the 6 second one. But
it was good. It was good racing. I enjoyed it. You know, at the end of the
absolutely.
day, you know, whoever races clean entirely, and Kitch obviously won it because he didn't put a foot wrong. But it was, you know, I think there was a moment where all three of us were together, and it was very good fun.
Yeah, and when those two decided to box, was that you trying to go for the overcut and try and keep ahead of those two? Obviously, were those two going to obviously come out in traffic, or?
But no, because on Monday on the NPC race, I think they pitted around the same time, but I still stayed out because I thought the tyres on Silverstone, I feel like they get a bit like aggressive, so I feel like they get worn a bit quicker. So and then, you know,
Absolutely.
I did my best to build myself back up, overtook Kitch, but then I just couldn't get a Kitch out of my DRS, just because I was trying to pull away because of the penalties. But
I mean, I know Kitch is going to pull away slightly further from you in the championship, obviously, because he's got 10 compared to your 15. However, you've gained a couple of points, I think it is, on Kimi. So obviously you're just starting to edge that gap up. Obviously you are P3 in the standards at the minute, so you're going to be going to Belgium. How do you feel around Belgium? Is it a strong track for you, or?
Sometimes, I mean, I can be alright, but obviously my worst enemy at the moment is penalties.
Yeah.
So, but I'm alright on Belgium. We'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to be around for NPC, so I'll definitely keep my eye on you through NPC. I'm going to let Morris take over with his interview on Daz. But thank you very much for giving us a show. And hopefully those penalties come down in the next Grand Prix, and we get you on that top step.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
No problem.
Well, moving on to our second place finisher, our pole sitter. Daz, what happened there during qualifying? We were watching on board with you. It never showed in Q2 that you ran a lap on mediums. We had a big kerfuffle go on because it never showed that you and 3 others did a medium lap. It showed that you'd only done soft laps. And then we see, that you did 5 laps at one point on the same tire in Q2, and it showed on our screen that was a set of softs, and you had done your fastest lap on that. I was sitting in the party going, what in the fuck is he doing right now? I have no idea what's happening. And then we moved into Q3 and it started raining at the end, so I started to think, okay, it's going to be a rain race. So then we move into the race, and you're on mediums. We were trying to figure out what was going on, and then it seemed like everything was going your way for the first little bit, and then you picked up another penalty, which brought you to 6 seconds, and just so you could not get out of the range of Kitch.
Yeah, so I was on mediums for the whole of Q2. It'll be another fucking glitch in the game. I basically did 5 laps because I wanted the fastest time. I knew I could do it. Yeah, started running into Q3, so that was a little bit slower, and then moving into the race. It's quite a tight first stint with Peach and Kitch. Obviously, Kitch pitting first, and then I decided 2 or more laps on his softs, and he's gonna jump me. So I pit next lap, managed to gain a 10th on him during that lap or 2, and then yeah, just pulled away from the softs, but yeah, and penalties don't help. And I couldn't get out of his 6 second out of the penalty window.
Well, he was really getting helped by Peach because Peach couldn't pull away from him, and he was just able to drag himself along behind Peach. But so you say that you actually did 5 laps on a set of mediums and then started the race on those? So did that? You think that hurt your race in the long run?
I don't think I did 5 flying laps. It might have been like a invalidation or 2 invalidations or something like that, but I definitely did 2 or 3 flying laps on the mediums, resulting in 5 laps total. Yeah, I wouldn't say it hindered me because the mediums can go that long into the race and still hold the pace. That's why I did it. Otherwise, yeah, I'd have settled for the P3 or P4 in Q2. But the mediums can run that much longer. It doesn't really affect it. 2 or 3 flying laps extra, it doesn't make a difference.
Okay. Well, I mean, it was a great race. How are you looking forward going into Belgium? Is Belgium a track that you think that you can just dominate around Spa, or is it going to be one where you think Kitch is going to be right there with you again?
It'll be another close battle. I'm not confident with the curbs around Belgium yet, so I will put in the time in practice to get used to them. But yeah, I have no doubt I'll be there at the top again.
Right on. Heard it here first, folks. He thinks he's going to win next week. Well, we'll move on to our winner this week, who started P3 and was able to make his way up to first, but he didn't do it on track. He did it through the penalty system.
Baby.
Let's go.
I said it in the race. I said it when he was in qualifying. I said he loves Silverstone. He said it last week that something would happen here. The one thing I want to know is when you box first, were you going for an undercut or were you just trying to?
I just wanted to shake it up. Don't know, but yeah,
because you had us
genuinely. Just thought I'd send it early and see what everyone did, and it split them all up. So I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I needed.
Did you feel like you had more pace than them, or did they have more pace than you?
They both were faster than me today. I said to get them on strategy. To be fair, I hoped because I tried to time it to come out behind Daz just to grab onto his DRS straight away, but I fucked up on the middle sector. I think lost a bit of time. Got a bit sideways.
Said you dropped a bit of. You said you looks like you'd lost time somewhere.
Yeah, so thinking that Daz was going to burn his ERS, burn his battery to try and get back in front of me, so I'm going to try and lynch onto back of him and coast that way. But then when he got the gap, I thought, oh fuck, what am I going to do here? So I knew Peach were going to catch me eventually, so I tried to just, when he got by, I didn't fight it, just let him tow me to victory, basically.
Yeah, I mean, because going into that last lap, it was. I think at one point it was 5.9.
6 tenths I had.
Yeah, it was 5.9.
I think the lap before, Daz literally had the gap, but then I think because of the last lap and Peach wanted to try and still gap me on the last lap, he actually burnt ERS, so he did me a big favour, to be fair.
Yeah, because at one point it was about 64 thousandths of a second away from Daz having that gap. According to all the telemetry screen. But then, yeah, that's it. I mean, consistency.
That's won me the race today.
Penalties wins you points. Yeah, we say this, and this is a prime example.
It's not all about being the fastest, like.
No, you weren't on pole. Where you qualified P3, was it?
I think it'll P3. Yeah, them two boys were on it today, and I'm not going to lie.
Oh, absolutely! It's another prime example of. It's another prime example of anyone who's got pace. It doesn't matter. Anyone in Div 1 can win a race. This is another example. It's one of them things. A guy who qualifies third, wasn't leading the race at any point of the Grand Prix, has come away with a point.
No safety cars today.
No, definitely not. And also, big points for you gaining on Kimi. Kimi was P4.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll gain 13 points in him, which puts you 2 points behind him.
So that'll do it for me.
I think. So,
and Kimi did it on the last lap too, because he had to pass the Williams on coming into Stowe in order to get that. So you could have had a little bit bigger chunk, but
A little bits will do. A bite at a time.
that Moorish pie.
That Moorish pie, a bite at a time. You can't bite too much. Telling you.
Oh, I love the analogies. Is anything
They'll
you
bite
want
you
to
back.
ask? Anything you want to ask him, Mr. Norris?
No, I mean, like you're looking at going into Spa next week, and we know that it's a great track for those that enjoy a challenge. Because let's be honest, every corner at that track is a challenge, basically, other than Eau Rouge now. Eau Rouge is just basically pretty easy now. But I mean, we've seen you and Daz and Raikkonen and Peach now really fighting it out through these 6 rounds that we've seen so far. Moving into round 7, Daz has already said that he believes that he's going to be right there at the point of the field, and he thinks he will win next week. Do you think that you could take it to him again on track, or do you think it's going to be another thing of making it on penalties?
I don't know, man. It's not usually gone down to penalties with me and Daz. It's been a flip coin to who wins the race, and that's either been decided on the last lap or like in the middle of the race in the battle. One of us has dropped off and another one's come to victory. It's been safety cars that saved me to come back for a few victories against Daz. But on Belgium, I think it's going to be 50-50. It'll be level pace. I'm very quick there, man. Yeah. I'm confident.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one next week. I'm sure at NPC, if Kitch makes it this week, we'll see us there. Should be an interesting one just to see how you get on in the NPC, which is sort of like the preliminary fight. And then you come in on Div 1 and just decide to try and kick the stuffing out of each other on track. But I'm sure it's going to be a good battle for the rest of the season. If Lando has nothing more to add, we'll wrap it up.
I would say the only other thing to add is, from this race we saw 3 drivers pull away at the front, and then we saw a block of 4 from P4 back to P8 fighting all race long. They could not separate themselves from each other, and they couldn't catch the drivers in front. I think that this is one of those races that we all love to see. There's a little bit of field spread, but as they spread, they're in blocks. I think that as far as Formula 1 goes, this is one of the best races you could possibly have. It comes down to the wire again. 2 weeks in a row, we've had a driver either win on penalties and the gap was really close, or just barely miss out on winning because of penalties. So I cannot wait for Spa next week. Can't wait to see who's the first one to pull a Giovinazzi and smash that outside wall around Pouan. But I mean, I can't wait to watch the fights going down the Kemmel Straight into Lacombe. So I'm really looking forward to next week to see who will be the last of the late breakers.
Absolutely. And here comes Rapid Daz. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. The one thing I will say is over the weekend before we go, you will get to see the Division 2 and Division 1 boys in action over the weekend. I'm sure Kitch and Daz will be involved in the Australian battle. And I can see that Mr. Reese Silver is in the stream. So he'll probably be lingering around for the Division 2 battle. So make sure you tune in over the weekend for some more Aussie versus Europe battle. Obviously, at the minute, Europe have got it locked in. I don't know who helped that situation come about, but he must be a pretty good guy. Wink, wink. Just cause of things, bro. Just cause of things, bro. Easy. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up from here. A big thank you to, obviously, Daz, Kitch, and Peach for putting on a hell of a show there. And once again, big thank you to Mr. Norris for his insights, both in qualifying and some fantastic core comms with me during the race.